Okay, now we can see what our artwork is actually going to look like. This is how I anticipate the design will look once I cut it out, paint it, glue it onto the actual tissue box we're going to construct. Looks pretty good, but now we need to move on to the next phase. The next phase of this project is to actually prepare the artwork that we've created here and get it ready to laser engrave. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the background layer, as you can see here, and I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to go to my selection arrow, as you can see here on the right, on the left on my tool panel, and I'm going to select this background. See how it's all highlighted right here? Well, one thing is for sure is that I've gone ahead, I'll set myself to the default of what my fill and outline stroke color is going to be. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put a slash through the fill color. You're probably saying, well, why are we going to do that? Well, the reason we're doing that is we actually need this background line when we go over to the laser engraver. When we cut out a piece of scrap MDF wood that we're going to use to laser out this project, the actual background that we see right here, this outline, will help us in determining the size of our laser engraving project once we are actually on the laser engraver that we're using. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and lock that layer since we made that change. Now what I want to do is I want to go to the backer layer here and I want to select the artwork. Oh, got to turn off the lock first. And I'll select the artwork here. And you can see it comes up in the grass yellow that we selected, or grass green. And we're going to do the same thing here. Set it to our default color and fill. Turn our stroke off. Okay, so that works. We'll lock that layer as well. Now we're going to come up here to the RP logo here, and we're going to unlock it as well. Make sure we're selected, and we're going to select this actual logo. It still shows the fill selected, so we'll put a slash through that as well. So now we have these three pieces of artwork: the background, the backer itself, and the actual art logo. So what we'll do now is we're going to save this into two separate files. So first of all, we'll come up here and save this as, make sure in our documents folder, I'm going to come down to my tissue box here, and I'm going to save this first one as tissue box logo design, and I'm going to call it backer. Okay, actually let's do this first. I'm going to save it as a file. We have actually three files altogether. So we're going to save that. It's going to come up and ask me to Illustrator CC. Now this stands for Illustrator Creative Cloud. Now when we go actually and save the two other files, what's real important is we save those as an Illustrator 8 or Illustrator 3 file. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and accept CC here, hit OK. So now we save that file. Okay, now let's save it again. I'm going to come up here and do Save As. We're going to call this one Backer, B-A-C-K-E-R, and we're going to save it. So there's our tissue box one we just saved. Hit Save. Now we're going to set this to Illustrator 8, and we're going to save it. Okay. Now, before we go any further, we're going to take that first logo that we created on this backer that we have now, and we're going to delete it. Hit the delete command. So all we actually have on this is just the logo. Now to make it less complicated, I'm going to take that layer and throw it in the trash can. I could have done that as opposed to just delete the logo. If I'd done the layer into the trash can, it would delete it anyway. Okay, so this is the backer piece we're going to laser out. So that's our first piece of artwork. We'll go up here and save that again. Hit save. Okay. Now let's go back and open recent files. We're going to get that logo tissue box design. So now we'll have two files open here. Okay, so now we're going to save this file as the logo itself. Okay, so we got tissue box logo design, and we're going to say, just so it's clear to me, just logo. Okay, save that, and again we'll set that to Illustrator 8. Now the reason we're setting it to Illustrator 8 on both of these two files is that we're going to be using a different system to actually laser out this project that does not have Illustrator on it. That system is a Rabbit laser from a company called Rabbit Laser USA. It's a great little machine that works great as a laser engraver and laser cutter. However, it uses a piece of software called Laser Cut 5.3, and it also uses Corel Draw. Corel Draw will process the file and the artwork into the format that we need. So the Corel Draw, the version we have, only will read an Illustrator 8 file. So that's why we're changing these to Illustrator 8. So I'll select that. Go ahead and hit OK. So we'll hit OK, and just to reiterate, this is just the logo. Okay, so that what that tells me is I need to delete this background. Oh, before I can delete that, let me lock this layer again. Let me unlock the backer, and I'll just go ahead and throw the backer layer itself into the trash can. So there it is, it's gone. Now let me do a Control-Z to undo that. Now I could have gone in and selected this, and I could have gone in and selected this and just found the backer and threw it away, or I can just go ahead and make sure that it's locked and still grab it and throw it in the trash can, and it'll delete that layer as well. Real subtle thing, but it makes a big difference. So now I have just the logo, as you can see here, and now the backer. We'll go ahead and do a save for that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two files, this logo, just logo design, that's version 8, and this one here, which is the backer. I'm going to save those to my thumb drive on my memory stick, and I'll go back to the laser and prepare the laser to laser engrave out these two different files so I can use that as artwork for my tissue box. I don't know about you, this is kind of fun. I really like doing these kind of projects where we design something in Illustrator and actually go back and actually make that. So we'll stop here for now, and we'll get ready to go find our artwork for, not our artwork, our NDF that's going to allow us to cut out these two products and produce our logo that'll go in our tissue box.